Hello everyone, today I'm going to tell you something more about AB Inbev and I will explain to you if you should invest in this company with the assistance of some ratios. The most important question today is why we should invest in AB Inbev. AB Inbev is a multinational drink and brewing company based in Leuven in Belgium. It is one of the largest companies in the world within this sector. We will start with the current ratio. The current ratio shows how well a company can pay its short-term debts with its current assets. If the current ratio is above 1, it means the company is liquid, and when it is below 1, it is illiquid. If we look at the numbers, we see that the numbers have dropped hugely in 2021. That means debts were greater than the current assets that year. Over several years, the current ratio is below 1, which means AB InBev is liquid. Now, I will introduce the debt ratio. Debt ratio shows the degree to which an organization uses debts to finance its operations. The lower the debt ratio, the better. The higher the number, the worse the ability to pay your long-term debts. Looking at the numbers on the graph, we see a decrease since 2019. This is a good evolution. The value is below 1, so that is obviously very good. Now we are going to talk about the return on equity. The return on equity maps the profitability of the company and how efficiently it achieves the result. The higher the return on equity, the higher the profitability that you as a shareholder can expect. But companies are aiming for a return on equity of plus or minus 10%. If we look at the graph, we see that the return on equity was excellent in 2019. In 2020, there was a huge drop, but it just stayed positive. In 2021, there was a rebuild back to 7%. This score is around the 10%, which is good. Looking at the stock price, we see that it peaked in February at 59 euros. Then the stock price had a sharp decline until mid-March. After the decline, there was a constant rise and fall of the stock price. After all, it bottomed out in October with a value of 46 euros. Since October, the stock price has been rising sharply and currently stands at 53. This is a very good sign for the future. Finally, we will make a conclusion. In terms of current ratio, the numbers aren't that good. The company is illiquid and they struggle to pay their short-term debts with their current assets. In terms of debt ratio, AB InBev is doing a great job. AB InBev is a solid company that can pay their long-term and short-term debts. In terms of return on equity, AB Inbev is getting back on the rails. The numbers are increasing, which means that the company is more profitable compared to last year. The numbers are not that low either, so they are a profitable company. In terms of stock price, the company is doing great with a rising stock price since October. Should you invest in AB InBev? I would invest in AB InBev. They have good values and they are getting back in full swing. They've been a little down in liquidity the last few years, but the other ratios are balancing this out perfectly and the stock price is rising to high heights again. It is a solid company that will not disappear from the market anytime soon. Thanks for listening.